Hey, what's going down? Welcome to Dive Bar Comedy Podcast. We're here at Universal Bar and Grill. I'm here with my co-host, GT. What's up, GT?
Riding like a freight train. Well, how can I forget the words to my favorite song? Feeling like a aeroplane, feeling like a space brain. One more time tonight. Watch out!
Okay, that's unlicensed use of music, GT. We gotta cut that. Plus a lot of dead air. All right. Hey, I'm Wild Joe. I'm here with GT at Universal Bar and Grill. What's up, GT?
GT. Man, I was stuck in traffic. Forget about the 405 being bad. We're talking about the 110 to the 5. Man, I'm trying to be here on time. It took me 2 hours all the way from LAX to here. It was horrible.
Well, we got our first comic in the house. This is Richard Older. What's up, Richard?
Hey, it's going good. I'm excited. Show's going to kick off here soon and go up, tell some jokes, hopefully make a couple people laugh.
I saw something very interesting just now. I saw you doing some stretches outside. Do you always stretch before your shows?
A little bit, yeah. I like to be nice and limber just because I'm getting old. And so, I just don't move like I used to. So I stretch and kind of, I don't know, and I get antsy. And so it helps get some of that energy out a little bit so I don't know, pee myself on stage like a happy puppy. Gotta get a little bit of that out.
Well, for those listeners who can't see Richard right now, he is not a ballerina. He does not look like a ballerina. He has a husky physique, and I was surprised to see him stretching, but I liked it a lot. That's a good move.
Husky is being kind, but I appreciate it. Well, that's the thing. I'm a big dude, and so I gotta stretch some because otherwise everything feels like I feel like I'm 80 as opposed to 40. So yeah, it's important.
Yeah, you got to keep it loose on stage. So you're going to be doing some stand-up. What else do you do? You do stand-up, you do acting. What kind of stuff do you do out here in L.A.?
I actually, I'm also a musician and a screenwriter. So right now I'm adapting. I got hired to adapt a guy's horror novella. So I'm currently working on that called Korean Road. Then I play drums. In fact, the band I play with, Wayward Strangers, is currently working on the second album so that we can tour next summer. So, yeah, I'm always super busy.
That's good. Me and GT, we're both musicians also.
Oh, yeah, I make music. I do comedy. I've been acting since I was a kid. And, I used to be an extra on Full House. Featured extra. At first, I was supposed to go, hey, I was like the coolest kid in school. And then they brought me down. They're like, nah. Well, I still am. I was like the mustache boy on Playhouse. But anyways, let's talk about you. You've been, what got you into comedy, man?
You know what? I've always been a big fan of comedy. My parents, this was a different time. But my parents, back when there were still VHS and, there were DVD, video stores, my parents had an account that had no parental restrictions. So at 10 years old, I was renting Eddie Murphy's Delirious and Eddie Murphy Raw, George Carlin. Hey, brother. How you doing?
Doing great.
So, that's Dan.
Test. What's going on? This is Dan. What's up?
Hey, Dan, are you a fan here of Richard, or are you a comic yourself?
Can't it be both?
Right. Biggest fan.
Hey, Dan. Dan, what's your last name?
Pena, Dan Pena. This is a podcast that I just walked in on. That's wonderful. That's so cool.
You might as well join us. You're already here. You're already interrupting. You might as well tell us your story.
Cool. Yeah, I drove here from Sherman Oaks, and here I am. That seems to be the story.
That's not much of a drive.
No, but it was very adventurous because it's L.A. and you got to find parking. So that's half the battle right there.
Some guy was standing in our desired parking space, just standing there. It was very weird today.
Yeah, sorry, that was me. I really needed that space. My bad.
I don't know if I believe you, but whatever.
Well, that's normal, Dan. He just kind of gets in the way.
Yeah, it's my lot in life.
Right.
So, Dan, do you have any special plans for your set tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to go up there, and I'm going to give it my best, and after the show, I'm going to get really high.
How do you feel about being in a dive bar like this?
I love these things. This is where you get to actually get, more genuine reactions from people, because at a club, everybody's, expecting, and everybody's already got, the hype up and everything. But at like a dive bar like this, you get more genuine reactions.
Well, that and it's more it's actual work. So like at a comedy club, people are going there. They're going there to laugh. Like that's their purpose. When you're in any bar, you have to earn their respect, to earn their attention. And so I think it's a good place for comics to go, because you're actually putting the work in. You have to work to get the laughs. Like it's not just you're not getting pity laughs. You're not getting, oh yeah, that's funny, we're at a comedy club. No. People are here to drink. And so like if you're interrupting their drinking, they'll just turn their back and ignore you. But if you can get their attention and hold it, that really says something.
But don't you think it's easier to get a drunk person to laugh?
It depends on the drunk person. You're more likely to get heckled, I think, by a drunk person.
Yeah. The drunk people have a much larger tendency to yell out, which can be fun. That can be a really fun element, but it's totally different. Like I think the bars are really the proving grounds. Like if you can keep someone's attention and make them laugh, it's a good sign you're doing okay.
I agree. And honestly, even if you don't get anybody's attention, it's still fun to be in the dive bar.
Well, I mean, it's always like, that's the thing about comedy. It's always fun. I mean, if people are laughing or not, if you're having a good time with it, it's all fine. Like if people don't like my jokes, it's all right. I like them. And the nice thing about comedy is the whole purpose is just to make people laugh. So we're just having a good time, which is a really nice element.
All right, Dan. How about tell our listeners what you're working on now and where they can find you online?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at I am Dan Pena. I'm currently on this show here tonight. I've got a few other ones lined up.
Cool. How about you, Richard?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RKOlder. I got Flappers tomorrow, and then the September 11th, I'm doing the roast battle at the Comedy Store, and then on the.
So tell us, are you getting prepared for this roast battle?
Oh, I've been preparing. So I'm roasting a friend of mine. I've been preparing for a month. I have terrible things to say about him. I'm really excited about it.
Who's this guy going to be roasting?
It's a comedian friend of mine named Doug X. Anyone who wants to look him up to see who I'm going to destroy on the 11th, he's at DougXComedy.com.
Is he some old guy?
I wouldn't call him old. I mean, I'll be fair. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to roast him anyway. So, fuck it, Doug. If you hear this, he's a little. He comes off a little older than he really is.
Is this the Doug I know is 70 years old or something?
Oh. No. Doug's not 70 years old. He looks like he's 70 years old, but no, he's not.
I did the roast battle once, and I lost to a girl. I was very disappointed. I actually challenged about 5 guys to battle me, and they all said no as soon as they saw me. And I had to battle a girl, and she had the delivery. She won.
Yeah, see, those men were cowards. You can't be afraid. I don't, man, woman, or mixed. Doesn't matter. Like you just got to take them on. That when a comedian asks you to roast them, that's a sign of respect. And if they decline, they're disrespecting you. So fuck those people.
Good way of thinking. Have you ever roasted, Dan?
Yeah, I've actually got a roast battle coming up on September 20th, so that one should be pretty good. So yeah, and it's going to be great because it's going to be my second roast battle, and I came in second place last time. So
second out of 2.
Second out of 2, yes, yeah. So it was also dead last, but I like to think a silver medal. Try and be positive. Half full.
Wow, very positive attitude there, Dan.
I think the roast battle's rigged.
I think so too. I got second place also. I got the silver medal also, and I think it was because she was louder than me. That's what it was. She was louder than me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think so. I wasn't there, but I'm assuming she was just beat you by sheer volume. That's it. So.
All right, you guys. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to hearing your sets.
Right on. I'm excited to see everyone perform. Should be a really fun night, yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey guys, looking for a tent? You need a tent for storage. You need a tent for your wedding. You need a tent for your party. You need a tent because you have no garage. Well, log on to webtentsale.com. webtentsale.com and browse around. See what you want. See what fits your needs. Once again, webtentsale.com. webtentsale.com or call 1-877-918-TENT.
We got a wonderful gentleman coming up right now. He's gonna slam it down and do his goddamn thing. I like his name. It sounds like a coach, or maybe a guy from a television show, or maybe it's even a description of him. But it's a crazy name. He got the R and the O for the name, and I like the way it sounds when it goes down. They may call him Dick in the streets, but we call him Richard Older.
I don't respond to Dick. Just saying. I'm not a fan. I'm not even a fan of my own. Right? Right, we get along because we have to. Like, there's a relationship that we're partners, you know. But he betrays me. Especially because I'm in my 40s now, and there's nothing fun about that. There's nothing to look forward to. I figured out there's nothing to look forward to past 21. Like, it's all fucking downhill. And then once you double 21, it's fucking over. If you didn't notice, I'm a little bit bitter. I'm glad there's not a lot of us here because I generally hate people. I think we spend too much time on the wrong shit, to be honest. Like, everybody kind of agrees. Well, I'll ask you, everybody agree that tacos are delicious? Yes. If you say no, you're fucking wrong. But Taco Bell thinks you need a taco inside of your taco. That's fucking redundant, right? Just fucking buy 2 tacos. In fact, it just makes the meal longer. Pizza Hut is marketing a pizza that has hot dogs in the crust. Are you fucking shitting me? Is that really the best use of our time? The other folks are right. This is a weird crowd. Okay, thank you. If I haven't convinced you that we spend too much time on the wrong shit, somebody wrote a procedure that before someone is administered a lethal injection, you have to clean the site where you stick the needle in. Right? Fucking think about that one for a minute. I think we're ready, well, at least I'm ready for a mass extinction event. Good, some of you are also people haters. We can smell our own. So, I'm ready for it. And like people say, like ask sometimes after a show, well, doesn't that mean you'll be dead too? Well, yeah, but I'm like a gigantic worm buffet, so whatever, like it's all right. I'll be giving back to the universe. But if not, it's instant job growth. Also, have you ever been at the line at In-N-Out? Holy shit. 1. Awesome, I got you. Right, you and I, you're following along. It doesn't really matter how it happens. It could be the plague, nuclear weapons, zombie apocalypse. I mean, zombie apocalypse would be rough on me. I'm clearly not built for cardio. That also makes me like the greatest zombie ever, because you got 10, 15 minutes as soon as you see me, like, Richard's clearly not running. Yeah, thinking about running and spending too much time on the wrong shit. Some asshole created weights to put on your feet because running wasn't hard enough. Like, you can't just run harder. Like you've never seen giraffes or a pack of fucking zebras with weights on their hooves going, well, last week we just way outran that line. It's not nearly adventurous enough. fucking Charles puts weights on his feet now, and that looks like a lot more of a good time. Doesn't fucking happen. Right? You're shaking your head. I don't know if you're shaking your head because this is a terrible joke. You're like, yeah, fuck, you're right. Yeah, it's a little bit more like a TED Talk. We're just giving information here. I think the rapture would be cool. I think the rapture would be cool because Christians are the hall monitors of life. See, the haters are still chuckling with me. I appreciate you. I did that joke at a show once, and some Christian in the background went, oh, like groaned. Like, you fucking kidding me? You're groaning? Like, if the rapture happens, one, you were right all along. And God's giving you a one-way ticket upstairs. Like, go fuck yourself. Groan. That's where we're at as a society now, that even when you're going to get a one-way ticket to heaven, you're still pissed off you're not being included with the rest of us. It's just fucking ridiculous. I think it'd be cool because although I will have to repent at some point, once they're all gone, it's all hookers and drugs, boy. Yeah. I will even start pimping myself out. Figure I got better odds then than I do now because there'll be a lot less of us. Yeah, right. I appreciate your petty laugh. That's all right. It's real, just dark and sad. And if you hadn't noticed, I am single because no one wants to date that much in bitterness. Right? Oh, that's all right. I should have seen it coming. Every time we would go to have sex, she would ask me to turn the lights off. And I get it. I do. Nobody chooses this. Like, this is a compromise. This is like, well, you're funny, but if you turn the lights off, we might be able to negotiate. But it's cool. I like being single because video games and weed are expensive. And they're cheaper than a girlfriend. Right? You know what I'm talking about, brother, right? All right. I want to leave you with this. I think it's important. It's a thought I've been pondering. And now I'm going to fuck your night up by letting you ponder it as well. When you're spending time, well, I spend it alone, but when you spend it with other people, when you're having sex and doing the thing, I shouldn't say the thing, like we're literally in a bar full of adults. When you're fucking, or fucking yourself, the noises that you make, you know, the moans, the groans, the natural noises, you know, the noises you don't really, okay, maybe you ladies know what you're doing, but us guys, it just comes out. And you're making those noises. Are they hereditary? Thank you. Your chuckles and a couple of groans feed my dark soul. My name is Richard Older. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah. Another round of applause for Richard Older. My apocalypse brother. I will come look for you when the shit hits the fan after the Trump tax plan does what it can. All right. So, you guys ready for the next comedian coming up and give me another hell yeah? I said if you're ready for this comedian, give me a hell yeah. All right, we got a gentleman coming up right now. He got the Latino flavored name. You know, he might do some sauce merengue shit like he Odell Beckham scoring. I don't know. He's pretty smooth. He got the DP for the name. He gonna come to the stage right now. He's Mr. Dan Pena.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's great to be here. Everybody, please give it up for your host. Don't get too excited now. Give it up for all the other comics that have been up here. Ow, right? I've noticed every single comic that has like come to the stage tonight is like, where the fuck is the stage? They like all just kind of like saunter in, just like, where is it? It's literally the place that has all the lasers on it. Big shout out to the people in the back of the room. Those guys are awesome. They're like, hey, how can we come see your show and support you, but not really see the show? You guys are cool. You guys are cool. Just a little bit about myself. I'm from Houston, Texas, which kind of sucks. because I find myself doing a lot of like really rednecky shit without even really realizing it. Does anybody else do that? Is it just me? Like, okay, Richard, shout out to Richard. Yeah, making me not alone up here. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's weird because I still say y'all from time to time. I love Mountain Dew, and I lost part of my virginity in a Walmart parking lot. So, oops. Yeah, I can see you're, just part of it. Yeah, just the tip. What actually ended up happening was like 16 years old, and things were getting hot and heavy in my girlfriend's truck, in the cabin of her truck, and I don't know, I guess it was all those low prices really had me turned on. But yeah, we start trying to get a little intimate, and could only get so far, and I was like, hey, Jessica, why don't we take this back to your parents' place? And she's like, can't, they're home right now. What about your parents' place? And I was like, they're home too. So didn't want to lose the mood, and so had to improvise a really good idea, which was, why don't we do it in that really romantic ditch over there? And so that's what we did. We went over there and did it in the fucking ditch, and I gotta say, that was dope. If you have never done it in the ditch before, you should do it in the ditch for sure. Just before I go on, I'm seeing a few quizzical looks, some concerned faces in the audience. So I'm just going to address the elephant in the room, which is, yes, I am Chris Pratt and Jim Gaffigan's man baby. I see it too. Everybody like in the front's like, oh yeah, I can kind of see that a little bit. But then there's like the people like towards the back, they're like, who is Jim Gaffigan? I hope this guy doesn't have a lot of Jim Gaffigan jokes. When I get home, I'm watching a TED Talk. I'm really in the mood for TED Talks. It would be really weird if one of those guys was my father. You can't tell by just looking at me, but I'm actually half Cuban. That's right. He knows what's up. My father's 100% Cuban, and my mother is 100% bleach. You got that going for me. If you can do anything with your life, don't grow up half Cuban. It's the worst. It sucks. Because my grandparents on the Cuban side of the family, some of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life, but just a little racist about the fact that I'm the white sheep of the family. You know, like my grandfather Tito came up with nicknames for all the grandkids. Like he called my older brother Nick Papas Fritas, because tall and thin like a French fry. He called my younger brother Andrew Bichito, means little bug, because he's the baby of the family. I got this interesting one. El Fantasma de la Familia, which sounds really awesome when you're like 6 years old and you don't speak Spanish too well, but I grew up, I googled that shit. It means the family ghost. Yeah, pobrecito, gracias. Yeah, my grandmother would treat me a little bit differently at family dinners as well. Like she'd come around serving everybody food that she made. So she'd be like, está bien, Nicolás, we got some picadillo y some malta también. Andrés, we got some robas viejas y vino también. Daniel, we got you chicken tenders and wedge fries. And I'd be like, te amo también, tita, muchas gracias. See, little did I know everybody on the Cuban side of the family hated me. And it wasn't because I was white, it was because here I'm eating KFC and they've all got garbage from Tita's kitchen. It's tough growing up half Cuban. Like I said, I'm from Texas. And right after Texas history class, they would release us to recess. And all the kids would defend the swing set and call it the Alamo game. They would defend it. They'd be like, I'm James Bowie, you're Davy Crockett, you know, I'll be Stephen F. Austin. I was the one kid that was like, screw that, Tyler. We play that game all the time. Let's switch it up. Let's play Bay of Pigs. Oh yeah, sure, that sounds like a great idea. All right, Ty, tomorrow on this spot at this time, we're gonna play Bay of Pigs. I didn't show up. Because that's how you play Bay of Pigs. 3 history buffs. Thank you. Thank you. All the millennials are like, what's on my phone tonight? This is rough growing up half Cuban. I can't I can't tell any of the women that I sleep with that I'm half Cuban, because then they're gonna get like these really tall expectations of me. You know, like, oh, Dan must be a Latin lover. He must be an animal in the sack. And for the most part, they're wrong. I know this because of all the really weird shit that people have told me. Like the last woman I slept with was like, oh, Dan, you're so sexually adequate. You're like the Goldilocks baby bear of sexual experiences. Not too memorable, not too forgettable. You're just right when I'm feeling indifferent about fun. Obviously, I have sex with witches. That's like my only female voice. I use that for everything. So like when I go back home to like Houston, my mom is like, oh, Dan, I made you brownies. My girlfriend out here in LA is like, oh, Dan, girlfriend stuff. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody that's been up tonight. Give them your love. They're talking, so I'm just going to plug myself. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Dan Pena. Pew, pew, pew.
Another round of applause for Dan Pena. Pew, pew, pew. Hell yeah, he did a great job. And actually, my friend that's the sailor that I'm picking up during the apocalypse after I pick up Rob, my man right here, Richard, sorry, after I pick up Richard, he's actually a Cuban white guy too. Total white dude from Florida. His dad's Cuban. He's like, dude, I'm fucking Cuban, bro. I'm like, I don't know, but man, you need fucking suntan lotion, bro. That's what I'm saying. You burn, dog. You burn. I know you can sail a boat around the world, but you're gonna be peeled like a motherfucker when you get back. But that's my man, though. So I'm gonna come pick you up too, Dan. I'm gonna come look for you, Mr. Pena. Excellent. Another round of applause for Dan Pena. We also want to thank the establishment, the Universal Bar and Grill, for hosting this and letting us come in. Give a round of applause for the Universal Bar and Grill. Also give a round of applause for another sponsor that we have at this event is Global Vodka. So definitely get you some of that round of applause for Global Vodka for sponsoring the event. One love to that. Supporting this shit, supporting comedy, supporting crazy fucks like Angel Pitch from down south. That's how we do it. Crazy comedians, you gotta love us because we do it hard.
Hey, if any of you are in the LA area and you have slippery floors, don't be liable for slip and fall accidents on your floor. Check out tightgripla.com. Tightgripla.com. Slip-proofing solutions for any tile floor. Entryways, bathrooms, kitchens, restaurants, you name it. Check out tightgripla.com. Hey, it's Wild Joe.
G to the mother effing T, formerly known as GT.
We are back with the Dive Bar Comedy Podcast. We're here with Mia Mars, very funny comic we've had on our show several times. Hi, Mia.
Hi, how you guys doing? Glad the baby's okay.
Yeah, I ran into Mia in an elevator at a doctor's appointment when I was going after I had the baby.
Yeah, I was fucking with you. I said, I don't know if GT's funny. I knew you were married, but I just wanted to see that.
I said, well, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I just wanted to fuck with the other people in the elevator. Where were we? Cedars-Sinai or something?
Yeah, I only go to the top doctors for me and my baby.
Aw, that's sweet. I only go to the top doctors for my psychiatric shit because I'm all fucked up.
So, yeah, GT got offended that I didn't stick up for him and have his back on the funniness thing, but you hear him doing his sets. You don't hear all the jokes that don't make the sets every night.
We were just fucking around together, like fucking with the other people in the elevator. But
What elevator?
we were in an elevator when this happened. You do not listen.
Yes, we were in an elevator when?
No, me and her, not you. This man, when I used to like be the only sad person at the Sad Laugh Factory open mic, where it was just me before Alex Powers got there, GT has the record for getting the red light the most because you weren't allowed to cuss then. He said fuck at least 6 times.
I did.
Kicked off. 6 times you've been kicked off the Laugh Factory mic because you can't stop cussing.
Who's counting?
I thought, you know what? I hold the record, and I got kicked off the stage for saying G-spot one time.
Really? Was that with me? Nah. G-spot. Must have been Jamie that switched that light.
Yeah, Jamie put on the light, and he's all like, you can't say that. I'm all like, well, I could go across the street, get myself a smoothie called G-spot.
Wow. I dated a guy that lived at a place they called the G Spot on G Street.
That's a little disturbing. I live in the G-spot. That's where, I don't know. Isn't that also the name? No, that's the J-spot. That's the name of the comedy club in Westchester.
Yeah, it'd be funnier if it was G Spot.
God, that would be hilarious.
So, Mia, what have you been up to?
Hanging out with my dad more. Recently single. Been making clothes and selling them at flea markets and online. Working on that. It's working on a podcast. A lot of working on shit with no actual end in sight, unfortunately. So I'm just running myself ragged and want to hang myself.
I don't think the work ever ends. There's no end to work. It just keeps going until you either retire or die.
Oh, God, I hope I die.
What kind of clothes? What kind of clothes?
Mostly I just find shit with stains at Goodwill. I buy them for half price, and then I put, like, T-shirts and other shit and glue them, make them look interesting.
So, you remove the stains?
Yeah, or cover them up. Remove the stains, cover them up, mend shit, make them into something cooler. Like a terrible tourist shirt can turn into a really cool jacket if you take off the patch and, sew it onto another jacket.
That's creative. Yeah, I have a pile of clothes that just minor things happen to, like a seam ripped or a button fell off. And some of these clothes have been sitting in this pile for years. I just can't get around to fixing anything.
Oh, dude, get around to fixing them. Because then, like, if not, just turn them into something cool. Make a baby blanket. Make a baby blanket out of all the T-shirts, like a quilt or some shit.
I have way too many baby blankets. The baby blanket, the baby has way too many blankets. More blankets than I have.
How cold can that baby get?
That's what I'm saying. I have a drawer full of baby blankets. It's a popular gift. But people don't need that many baby blankets, FYI.
So, you do mics every day or what?
Yeah, I pretty much do a mic every day. I try to get around to it. Some days I cheat. Some days I go like 3 in one day. Some days, meh. I hustle.
What are your favorite mics?
Oh, wow. I love Boys Club. Something terrible always happens at Boys Club. Boys Club's at the next stage on La Brea.
Why do they call it Boys Club?
I don't know. I think it's because it was started by a bunch of boys and they like this one song by Ween called Boys Club. And so they just called it Boys Club. Anyone's allowed, but it's just called Boys Club. Another one is Garage Mic, which is incredibly dangerous, but it's in an alley behind Food for Less in Koreatown. And there's mariachi music playing a few garages away. It's just at my buddy Victor's garage. And that's a great mic. What else do I love? I'm a fan of Mondays at the store where I go to, the store, and then I go to Carney's and come back.
So, did you get fired from the Laugh Factory? What happened with your situation? I used to see you sit next to Jamie and judge comedians. Now, like, what happened? What happened between you and Laugh Factory? Let us know.
Oh, I quit. I didn't like the new CEO. He didn't like me. He said he didn't want me talking to other comedians. And I just kind of felt like he was shutting me out and I wasn't part of the Laugh Factory family anymore. So I quit. I still live there. I'm still part of the family, but I'm kind of glad, a lot of people don't like it. Well, not a lot, but we can do better.
What's the deal with Jamie? He's never there. Is he still watching comedians? He got he's got a kid, and I heard he has another one too. What's the situation with Jamie?
He's got another kid on the way. I'm not sure if he goes in to see the mic anymore. I'm a little butthurt because I used to help run that mic, and when I was always like, I want to get a booker in there. I want to get a booker in there. I want to get a booker in there. Now there's a booker in there. Now it's $2. Now it's run all this. And, it sucks that I have to pay $2 for a mic I used to run. So I haven't been in. I don't know if Jamie goes in. I don't know. I heard there's a booker in there. I don't know what's going on with it now. Even though it is literally within spitting distance of me. I could spit at the Laugh Factory. I live so close to it, but I just don't go. I hang out, but I don't, go to the mic.
Comics are so cliquish for being so happy and spreading laughter. They seem to be very cliquish against each other.
I was just talking to a friend of mine, like another comic, and I realized I grew up in the art world. I went to art school. I was going to be a sculptor. And, it's not as cliquish as the art world. It's a little cliquish, but it's a lot more camaraderie, too, versus, like, people collaborate more in the comedy world than they do in the art world. When you're done, like, with a set, you get a fist bump, not when you're done with a critique, It's a lot more communal. I think I'm happier as a comedian than I am as an artist, and I don't care if it's cliquey because I get along with everyone.
Aw, that's a good thing. That's great to have a great personality and get along with everyone.
Pretty much, yeah. I try to get along with everyone. I try to be a good person.
That's good. That's good. What about you, GT? Do you get along with everyone?
Not everyone, no. There's certain people it's like certain people I like to hang out, kick with. Some people, like, no, not really, like, don't bug me, and whatever.
Yeah, I get along with most people except for the ones that are really dicks, I would say. And then they usually don't get along with a lot of people. It's not just me, so.
Some people, look, if not a lot of people like you, maybe it's not them. Maybe it's you. Think about that. Is everyone around you an asshole, or are you the asshole?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Are you an asshole, GT?
I don't think I'm an asshole. I'm a nice person, but if they think I'm an asshole, that's their perspective, whatever.
I don't think you're an asshole, but I could see how somebody could think that just based off your stage persona.
That could be it. I come across kind of like obnoxious on stage, and a lot of people might seem I'm obnoxious off stage too, but it's not really like that. It's like I don't know. I'm just like certain people I click with, certain people I don't click with. If I'm feeling it, it's just like basketball. Some people like. What's that? That's the wrong way of putting it. That's a wrong metaphor. But I would say, if I'm in the mood, I'll go ahead and be friends with you. And if I'm feeling it, if I'm not feeling it, it's up to you.
All right. Deep thoughts by GT. All right, Mia, where can people find you online? And is there anything that you want them to check out especially?
Just find me on Instagram at Mia fucking Mars. MIAFUCKING MARS. Keep an eye out for me. I'm going to be trying to do more shit with Mars Armoire and start, selling these things that I make while I watch TV. That's really it. I'm not that fascinating, really.
You're fascinating because you have time to do all these mics, plus sew and watch TV and all that at the same time.
Well, I'm just kind of a jumpy person. I like to keep my hands busy. That's what it is. Yeah.
I can't believe they let you put the F word in your handle there.
Yeah, they did. They don't give a fuck. They do not give a fuck.
Wow. All right. Well, we look forward to hearing your set, and thanks for coming on our show.
Thank you so much. But what time is it now?
Talk to every great comedian that's existed for the last 30 years and studied them. So if you have any questions about like anything from like comedy, birth to death, just ask them. You can have valuable knowledge. A locker of brilliance. All right, so y'all ready for the GT Comedy Jam? Are you ready for the GT Comedy Jam? Goddamn right, you goddamn right. We got our first comedian coming up in a little bit. I'm Mista See, the Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Carlo, the bad boy from Skip Bags Entertainment. I'm also a troublemaker in the streets, so get ready. And the microphone has a sensitive button. Watch the microphone. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we always jump right into it at the GT Comedy Jam. Who is the host of this goddamn thing? He's Armenian, so you better show some love. Show some love for Armenians. Clap your hands for Armenians. That's right. They like the mob out here. If you don't love Armenians, you'll get left off with the fishes. That's all I'm saying. Get left with the fishes. That's all I'm saying. All right, so are you ready for your first comedian? Are you ready for your first comedian? Put your hands together, show some love for the youngin' coming up right now. She's Eminem, she's fly as motherfucking shit. You know on Instagram, she's Mia fucking Mars.
Thank you. Sorry about that. So I'm recently single. Whoa, this is an echo as shit. Help me. Thank you. I look like I live in a cave, but I don't want to sound like one.
That's good, right?
Did that fix it?
Are you done?
Yes.
You with it? You with it? Okay. Right, so I'm recently single. Yeah, give that up again. My ex-boyfriend and I had a suicide pact, but he jumped the gun on that one. Yeah, I'm trying to get over him. They say the best way to get over a guy is to get under a new one, but it's really hard to suck a dick while your heart is breaking. It sounds like a country song, but it's great advice. Yeah. So I've been buying a lot of condoms because I've been a whore, and I went to go buy some at CVS, and the lady said, "Would you like a bag for 10 cents?" And all I could think is, oh God, I'm not that ugly, am I? Yeah, I don't like my face. I know other people like it. Good for you. I have to live with it, so fuck me, right? I hate my face. I would sell my soul to the devil if he would make me beautiful and attractive, because I can't. Apparently Jews don't have souls. I think the only way I'll ever have a smoking hot face is if I get cremated. And Jews can't get cremated. I was talking to my dad. He's sick, so he wants me to get married really badly. He advocated for me to be a gold digger. Dad, I'm not pretty enough to be a gold digger. I look like a grave digger, okay? He says, well, I want you to marry a nice Jewish man. I got a guy who's got a son. Maybe we could get a dowry going. Dad, are you trying to sell me? I'm not selling you, I'm buying him. Thanks, Dad. I would be a terrible wife, but I'd make a fabulous widow. Like, if I were to kill somebody, I think I would choose poison. Because I don't want to actually kill someone, I just want you to be dead. I just want you to be dead. I just want you out of my life. I don't want to do the actual fucking killing, although I look like I do. The only killing I want to do is on stage, which I'm not doing so great at right now, but yeah, actually on my Tinder profile I say, who's your favorite serial killer? It is a great opener. It worked. I found somebody that liked the Son of Sam, me too, and we met up at Griffith Park. And it was nice. He brought a picnic, we sat under a tree, then he got out a knife and he carved our initials into the tree. I started running, because who the fuck brings a knife to a date? A knife collection is concerning, but a sword collection is just really fucking lame. Dating in LA is hard, blah, blah, blah. You know somebody with a sword collection? Are they really into anime too? They're always into fucking anime. And I bet you they have Asperger's. Why do people with Asperger's love trains? They fucking love trains. I don't get it. It's just a thing that moves. It's like, I don't care as long as it gets me there. I don't care how a car works. I don't care how a train works. You can tell me all about how the train fucking works, because we're on a train. It's going to take forever. And you're Asperger-y, so I know you know how to not shut the fuck up about trains. Right, dating in LA is hard. I got a thing for nerds. Some women are attracted to men with muscles. Some women are attracted to men with tattoos. Apparently, I'm attracted to men with Asperger's. Yeah? Is he a doctor? Because my dad would love him. Oh shit, that's even better. Is he ugly or something?
We call him the orc.
Does he have a neck?
You did.
Oh. All right, I got a question for you about dating. How far are you willing to go for a date? Like, how far are you willing to drive for a date? Around? Yeah, I call it geographically undesirable. There are just some people that are too I don't care. Like, it's a bar graph. I will suck your dick, and I will go very far, but once it starts smelling like horse shit, I'm not fucking no, that's too fucking far away. Unless it fucking dances, I am not going to Pico Rivera. Pico Rivera, what a miserable place. You wanna know another terrible, miserable place? Bakersfield. Wanna hear a joke? Wanna hear a joke? Fucking Bakersfield. The NorCal version of that joke is Fresno. Fresno sucks, dude. You can light fireworks there, though. Yeah. You also have no clean water, and 1 in 30 people in Fresno get murdered. I did the fucking math. 1 in 30 people in Fresno get murdered. That's how they die. Oh, why are you suddenly shocked? No, like, they just get murdered. The gang violence is that bad there. Same with Merced. Of course, Merced only has like 3 teeth throughout the whole population. Maybe it's because I was a born, raised, conceived Angelina, so I'm a little pretentious. Tell you what, I'll leave you with this. This isn't funny, this is just true, okay? There's something I must tell you. There's something I must say. The only really perfect love is one that gets away and is fucking some other bitch named Katie. Fuck Katie. Fuck Katie. Fuck Katie. Fuck Katie. Have a good night, everyone. I'm Mia Mars.
Right, another round of applause for Mia fucking Mars. As everybody say it with me. So everybody say 1, 2, 3, fuck Katie. 1, 2, 3, fuck Katie. 1, 2, 3, fuck Katie. Fuck Katie. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck Katie. Whoever that bitch is. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And don't you down talk yourself. Mia Mars, you're a hot chick and you can knock down a 60 to 50-year-old rich guy easy. Easy. They be sweating the fuck out of you. I'm 43 and I'm looking motherfucking shit. I know a 60-year-old rich is like, goddamn, shorty got body, shit. She probably can cook and shit. She George, she got morals and shit. She'll sit shiver for a week when I die. Like, that's respect. I'll marry you just because of that. Anyway.
Hey ladies, are you looking for hot deals on sexy styles? Check out everydaysweetheart.com. Everyday Sweetheart, where you can find the most sexy fashions for going out, club wear, or just to show off for your loved ones. So check out everydaysweetheart.com and get 10% off with deal code TAKE10, TAKE10, take 10. Thanks a lot.
Great job. That's what I'm talking about. You guys feeling all right? Are you motherfuckers drinking? Yeah. You goddamn right. Make sure you tip your bartender at least 10 to 20%. You know what I mean? As an African American, I gotta tip 20% just to keep my street cred right. So that's what it is. You know what I mean? Excellent. All right, so we got some more comedians coming up. You know what I mean? Shit's looking good. We kicking it down. So if you're ready for the next comedian, can I get a hell yeah? That's right. So put your hands together and show some love for the gangster Taco, the Armenian assassin, the badass of Bandera, and the main host for the night. His name is GT, Mr. Gangster Taco Topolio. Oh, wow, yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I found out there's a new brothel opening up in D.C. It's called the Sex Robot Brothel. Yeah. So I told my wife I'm going to be going to this brothel. She goes, no, that's cheating. You should be going to that sex robot brothel. That's cheating. Cheating? It's a robot. How can it be cheating? No, it's cheating. Oh. So the other day, my wife, she found some panties in my glove compartment.
Yeah, she goes, whose panties are these? I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know, smell it. She goes, no, you smell it. I'm all like, yeah, all right, so fine, I don't care. So I took a sniff. You know what it smelled like? WD-40. Smelled like robot pussy. Robot pussy. She goes, that's cheating. I can't believe you cheated on me. That's infidelity. That's called infidelity. Infidelity? That sounds like a bank. I forgot my username and password. She goes, how much did you pay? How much did you pay for the sex robot? $200 plus $30 activation fee. Yeah, man. Sex robot. Yeah. There's always that certain type of body you always want to have sex with, but you never had the chance. This robot had it. And then her name was Juanisha, too. Yeah. After high school, I got a job at the LA Zoo. That's where I mastered and honed my famous bird call. Birds be like, you have an accent, where you from? Oh man, I have an accent. Even birds be saying borderline racist stinks. Accent. I grew up in a predominantly pidgin neighborhood. I couldn't walk down the street eating my popcorn without being harassed, beat, pecked. Pigeon shit covers sidewalks everywhere. Pigeon politics. I had to get the fuck out of there. I felt like I was in the movie Birds. So I went to Santa Monica Beach. I was basking under sun, getting sunspots, only to get surrounded by a mob of seagulls. So I was like, what do these guys want? They wanted my potato chips. Before I know it, they came in for the bag. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Do you know what the seagull said? You sound like an old crow. I was like, that sounds like a racial slur. Yeah. You know what I learned about hanging out with all these birds? I realized that if you ever see an Armenian in a tree, if you ever see an Armenian in a tree, most likely that Armenian up on that tree is the branch manager. GT! GT!
Right now it's the Armenian breeding season. She's ready to sit on some eggs. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Yeah. Another round of applause for Gangsta Tacos GT Topolian. That's right, that's right, that's right. Great talent, great talent. Representing the Armenian Assassins. If you don't know, if the name ends in I-A-N or Y-A-N, it is an Armenian. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. All right, all right. We just gearing up for our next comedian host. You ready for your next comedian, guys? You ready for your next comedian? Can I get a hell yeah if you're ready for the next comedian? Say hell yeah! Hell yeah! Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah! So put your hands together and show some love for the next comedian coming up right now. She's a mom, a beautiful woman. She's tall, she's stylish. She's been everywhere, up and down, from Russell Brand to Plans with Sand. Put your hands together and show some love for Miss Wild Joe!
Thank you. Man, Mia brought back some memories for me. I'm from Modesto, which I guess I'm not supposed to be proud of that. We actually got #1. I was looking on the internet. #1 for car theft. #1. There's a lot of people there wearing spandex that shouldn't be. They like them big boned out there, let's say. People say, oh, you were hot. You must have had a lot of guys in high school. No, I was too thin. They called me Skeletor and Skin and Bone. And you can't compete, you know, like these big mamas. You can't compete with a guy. You know, I'd be talking to some guy and some big mama would just bump me out the way, say, excuse me, this is my man. I say, it is now. I'm not going to fight you for him, you know. But, yeah, I had to move to LA. I came down here, went to UCLA, and now I've been here over 20 years. It's crazy. Yeah, crazy. But I recently went back to UCLA, and I went to a frat party. I did. I was living it up. It was just like I was a teenager again. I was dancing with all these hot, sweaty frat guys, you know, having the time of my life, rubbing against their bodies, sneaking into their bedrooms. And then at the end of the night, I was so proud of myself. 20 years later, I can still do a keg stand. Right? Give it up for keg stands. Yeah. Some hot shit. But some young sorority girl comes up to me. And she's like, oh, you're trying to look cool that you can do a keg stand even though you're old? I'm like, no. I'm just trying to funnel the sperm toward my uterus. Seriously, you know, it starts to get desperate after a while. You know, you can't tell a guy. You know, I was like reaching 40, starting to get desperate for a baby. But you can't tell a guy you're desperate for a baby. They'll freak out. They'll freak the fuck out. So I learned to rephrase it and just say, I'm desperate for cum. Worked a lot better. I did end up pregnant, age 40, with the one guy in LA who's too stupid to know how babies are made. Like, I could have told you, but I'm 40, so I'm not going to tell you that this might lead to something. But, no. Now I have to worry that my baby's going to be retarded. Not because I'm 40, but because my husband is retarded. Yep. No, he's sweet. He's sweet. But, yeah, pregnancy is the worst. It's like crazy. It's just like your stomach's rumbling. It's like just gases. And who would think that 9 months of indigestion would be the miracle of life? It just doesn't make sense. And they have all these pregnancy apps. It's like, your baby's the size of a blueberry. Your baby's the size of a peach. Your baby's the size of a watermelon. You know, it just keeps getting bigger. But they should tell it how it really is. Like, your baby's the size of a flea. Your baby's the size of a leech. Your baby's the size of a, I don't know, blood-sucking bat or something. These things are sucking the life out of you. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. My baby's still sucking on me. She's 9 months old now, but I mean, she is so addicted to breastfeeding. She is like just hooked on. She's like one of these guys, you know, like these guys that you go out with, you try to go home and cuddle, but they can't cuddle without fucking. That's how my baby is with breastfeeding. You can't even cuddle her. She's like, she wants it all, you know. It's crazy. Nothing like, you know, she was very small. She was born like 5 pounds. So I've done a good job. She's grown a lot. But there's nothing like getting your nipples licked by a 6-pound chick, you know. It's crazy. I gotta watch what I drink now. I gotta watch what I drink. I can't go out and have my, you know, rum and cokes anymore and go home, give the baby a White Russian. No, I can't do that. She's always hooked on, you know, it's like I'm breastfeeding while doing yoga. I'm breastfeeding while taking a shit. Breastfeeding and having sex. First threesome at 3 months. Not cool. Not cool. But, no, it's hard to have sex. Hard to have sex with a full-time cock blocker. There. Always there. Always there. I used to have, like, really hot, kinky sex. I did everything. I used to have a playlist I would fuck to, like certain music. Do any of you guys have fuck music? Anybody? Yeah.
R. Kelly.
What's your R. Kelly? That's a good one. Get down and dirty, R. Kelly. All right, all right. Saw a hand here. You have a special. What's your fuck music, ma'am? Tool. All right. Well, interesting. Yeah, my next door neighbor, he used to fuck to like this hard rock. Every time I heard this rock pounding, I knew he was pounding, you know. I'd come and listen in, push my ear against the wall. I found this little window in my closet that if I looked out at the right angle, I could see into his bedroom. Yeah. No, don't worry, I don't live there anymore. He'll never find out. But me, I fuck to lullabies. I fuck to lullabies. Yep. Rock-a-bye, baby, taking that cock. When she wakes up, then we better stop. No. Sad, sad. But yeah, I thought I was gonna do all these crazy sex positions when I was pregnant. I had like a chart. Seriously, I downloaded this chart of like different trimesters of pregnancy, like the different sex positions. But turns out I got banned from sex. My doctor banned me from sex about halfway through the pregnancy, so I couldn't do any of it. Couldn't do any of it. Had to wait. Then, but now we were doing all the positions, you know, the cross body, the football hold, reverse football hold. These are breastfeeding positions, people. I'm not having much sex, but there still is a wet spot in the bed. All right, you guys, thanks for coming out on Wild Joe.
Another great job. Another round of applause for Wild Joe. Excellent. Great job. Great job.